Welcome back and welcome to St. Joseph's open web-based learning platform So eLearn for a soulful and enriching eLearn experience. Department of Commerce and Management presents SMOOCs, St. Joseph's massive open online course. So I, Dr. N. Jyoti, Head, belongs to the Department of Commerce and Management, going to teach Module 1, Introduction to Business Organization. In the previous chapter, we learned about the introduction to the business or the business concepts. Under that we covered meaning, definition, the concept of the business, features and what is the importance of the business. And in this particular chapter 1.2, we are going to learn about the stages of development. Under the stages of development, we have again two deviations are there. That is the first one, stages of development of the business, and the second one, classification of the business. So let us see what are the stages of the development of the business. In the previous class, I told the business contains both economic and non-economic activities also, and business is to earn certain profit. So we are putting some investment, so for that we have to earn certain profit. So for that we have to go through a hierarchy way. So the development, once the business is developed and once the business is running in a systematic manner, and then only we can earn more profits. Then only we can meet the objectives or the goals of that particular business, so that we can produce a better product and we can meet the needs of the customers also. So the development of the business is typically progresses through several stages. There are, from the starting to the ending, there are lot many stages will be there now. That means before going to start the business, what should be there in your mind? You have to find out the customer need. So in the outside the market or outside the world, in the society, what are all the needs of the customers? So you have to list out the needs of the customers, and from that you have to select one particular product or the service. So that we'll call it as a idea. Idea have to be generated. If there is an idea or there is a product or the service is there in your mind, and then only you can start the business. So the first stage of the development of the business is the idea generation. Clear? To set up the business, it contains challenges and opportunities also. To overcome those challenges and all the opportunities, we need to face the stages of the development of the business. Well, the specific stages can vary depend upon the industry to industry, size of the business, model of the business, and even it contains the other factors, and a common framework also will be there. But all together we frame a systematic manner or the stages of the development of the business. So what are they? They are the idea generation and startup, and next yearly growth, expansion, maturity, decline or renewal, harvest or exist. Okay ma? So this particular development of the business also we can call it as a product life cycle also, and it also comes under the business life cycle. First idea have to be generated, then you need to start the business, and that particular stage we'll call it as a introductory stage. So you need the lot much of expenses will be there. You need to input a lot much of investment in this particular stage. Clear? And then yearly growth. So once you invested all and you concentrate on the marketing mix also. What is the marketing mix? 4 P's, the major 4 P's. The product, price, place and promotion. So once you concentrated on all those things and your business also started, and then slowly your sales are increased, and that stage we'll call it as a yearly growth. Clear? Hence in the early growth you should be more conscious. So once the sales are started, your competitors are also will be comes across. So you need to overcome your competitors, and after overcoming the competitors and your sales will be increased, and you will get loyal customers. So that stage you can expand your market business. Okay, you can, here the business means you'll come to know that what is the demand of your product. So if the demand of the product is increased, then automatically you have to expand your the business capacity, that means the plant capacity, and try to produce more products and try to sell those products in the to meet the demand of the customers or the demand of the market of that particular product. And once the expansion is also done, then it is a maturity. Maturity stage is the stable stage. That means you are getting a stable sales. That means you got a loyal customers. The customers are already, they have the complete awareness about your product and complete awareness of your benefits of the product, and they will be satisfied with your products. So this is the maturity stage. So the losses will be reduced and you are in a position to generate more profits. Okay, this particular stage all you have to be more cautious, and you can less concentration on the promotion. But even though less concentration, it doesn't mean that you have to neglect the promotion. Once you are neglecting and you thought that you are getting the profits, so no need to concentrate on the promotion, or no need to give any offers, no need to meet the customers, and you are not expanding the business, then what happens, you are not taking the necessary steps in the maturity, automatically it will go into the decline stage. So once the decline stage is going on, that is the end of the business. At that time what you have to do is immediately you have to renewal your product. Once it is renewal, then you can harvest. That means again harvesting means what? Once the crop is done, again we will go for the feedings and the harvesting seasons will come, isn't it? Every year we will get the harvest season. Every year we will produce a new crop. In the same way you can go for the another product or the same product with a new development. Or if not, the clear your sales, put some clearance sale, the completely the liquidate your the assets and everything, and come exit from the business. So that is the end of the business life cycle. So these are the major steps. So let us see step by step. Idea generation and startup. In the idea generation and startup, we have two particular parts are there. So the first one is idea generation and the next one is startup. In the idea generation, this is the initial stage where a business concept is conceived. So you got a flash in your mind to start the business. So this involves market research, identifying a niche, what is the narrow, where my opportunities are there, which particular product or the service having more demand, and determining the viability of that particular idea, whether that idea is viable or not, whether it is profitable or not. You need to think about that. Then startup. As an entrepreneur or the founding team, already I told you, forms of the business. You can start a business as a sole proprietorship or as a the partnership or the cooperative, and even as a corporation like a company also. Foundation team begins to turn the idea into a reality. Now put it into the process. So that process begins from writing a business plan. First you have to plan it. Once the planning is done, in the previous class I told there are certain managerial functions are there: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. All those are supposed to be put it in this particular stage. So business plan, secure fundings. You need to fetch the fundings, maybe from the investors or from the financial institutions. Fetch the fundings, develop a prototype or a service. So whether what do you want to produce, whether yours is a product or a service, you need to the systematic manner you need to prepare. Then establishing a legal structure of the business, memorandum of association and everything you have to, memorandum of the prospectus and everything are supposed to be, legal structure have to be prepared. So that is the startup. Okay, so idea generation and startup. And now coming to the early growth. Early growth, we have market entry and growth will be there. The business enters the market with its product or the service. This stage involves launching a market campaign. That means all the promotional strategies. And the promotional strategies, again we have two types are there: sales promotion and the advertisement. If you want to do the quicker sales, and that one will comes under the, that means we will give the offers, discounts and coupons and all those things will comes under the sales promotion. Okay, quicker sale, immediate sale we want, and that is the sales promotion. No, we want to do a the sale lifelong. We want to reach the awareness of our product for the n number of the customers, and that we'll call it as a advertisements. Advertisements again, e-media will be there and printing media also will be there. And then growth. The business starts to grow because of your campaigning and because of your promotional strategies. Business started growing, and often organically also. The focus on this increasing sales, improving the customer retention. You can retain your customer in this particular growth stage. And there is a possibility to expand your product line or the service offerings also. You can expand. You can give n varieties of the product. So you started an ice cream business. So you started with a vanilla or the butterscotch. Now you can started with the strawberry or the black currant or the different flavors you can introduce. Okay, cones also you can introduce. Only you started with the small cups. Now you can introduce with the cones, and you can introduce with the crystal ice creams are also now coming. This different flavors and different innovatives also you can go in this particular the growth stage. They have to think about that. And then expansion, scaling operations. The business looks to scale up its operations, which may involve scale. You started locality. Now what you can do? You can open your branches in locations also where you can succeed. That particular thing we call it as a targeting the customers. That is also we can enter a new market or production capacity. Whenever you are opening your new branch, you need more products. So for the more products, you have to expand more production. And strategic growth. The company may pursue the strategic partnerships, acquisitions or the mergers to accelerate the growth or the enter new market. So whole you alone cannot do the meet the customer needs, and the demand is more. Then at that time what you can do is you can also think about for the partnership or for the acquisitions or with the merge with any bigger companies. Whenever you are merging or the acquisition with a bigger company, then your expansion will be possible and you can produce more products. Once it is done, now it comes to the story of the maturity. Maturity stage, here we have two steps are there: market leadership and diversification. So what is market leadership? either meet the customer needs, then exit. So this is the final stage where the business is supposed to be sold or otherwise the merged with something. The big bazaar merged with the completely merged with the Reliance. So that is the thing, and liquidate it. The owners may exit or the business to realize their investment or the Reliant. And harvest. If you want to completely, you are entering in a new business or you completely renovated or you brought a new look to your the product, that one will come under the harvest stage. Clear girls? So here what are all the different stages, ma'am? Idea generation, and then you have to think about the expansion, growth, maturity, decline or renewal, harvest or exit. Clear? Now coming to the very important thing, classification of the business. How do you classify the business? Classifying the business activities are very essential for understanding the nature of the company's operations and for the regulatory purposes also. Here are the some crucial classifications. Size of the company and by industrial sector, size of the company, ownership of the company, legal structure, customer needs, functioning of the company, geographical scope, and the technological usage also. How much technology are using? Depending upon that also, there are many the variations are there. So based upon the different types, let us see what is the classification. By industrial sector. Industry sector, primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector, quaternary sector, and quaternary sector. Primary sector means extraction or the production of the raw materials from the nature, okay, such as agriculture, mining, forestry, and fishing. Secondary sector means whatever the raw material we are producing in the primary sector, that have to be utilized. That means what are all the finished products in the primary sector will becomes the raw material to the secondary sector. Activities involved in manufacturing, processing, and construction, and all these here in all these activities, raw materials are transformed into the finished goods. So all of you keep in the mind that the raw materials we are getting from the finished products of the primary sector, okay, and the tertiary sector. Tertiary sector means service sector. We have lot many service sectors are there. Educational sector is there, tourism sector is there, transportation sector is there, the healthcare and the hygiene sector is there, outsourcing sector is there, consultancy sector, and all those things, and quaternary sector. And nowadays, so in order to get the information for the communication, we are depending upon the consultancies, and for the innovation, new products we are getting. For that new products, always research and development have to be done. So at the time of the corona, immediately we got within a few months we got the vaccination. How it possible? Just because of the research and development. So quaternary sector. So all those research and development will comes under the quaternary sector. And quinary sector, high level decision making services such as the government, policy makings, and consulting, high level consulting, and all those things will comes under the quinary sector. Actually the quinary sector is a part of the quaternary sector. So but the quaternary sector nowadays we are treating for the exclusively we are treating for the research and development. So for the high level consultancies of the government policies and the government decision making, that will comes under the quinary sector. And this is all about the classifications under the basis of the industry sector. And coming to the by size, here we have three types are there: small scale business, medium scale business, and the large scale business. Okay, small scale business, so small number of the employees and the capital also very less will be there. Here also we have two categories are there: manufacturing and the services. Coming to the manufacturing sector, if the investment is up to 25 lakh and by ownership. By ownership we have sole proprietorship, already we discussed in the previous class. So a business owned and operated by a single person, we'll call it as a sole proprietorship. If more than two individuals are there, and that will comes under the partnership. It's a completely separate entity and which can be a public or a private, and that we'll call it as a corporation. Cooperative sector means the group of, if there is any a problem existed in your society, in order to overcome that particular problem, so group of members, price rates are more. So in order to reduce the price rates of that particular the daily needs, they started the cooperative society or the cooperative mall. So for that, whoever are the owned and operated by a group of people for the benefit of the society or for the benefit of the community is called the cooperative society. So in depth you will learn in the next module. And by legal structure, limited liability company, corporation and non-profit organization. Coming to the limited liability company, combines to pass with the taxation of a partnership or the sole proprietorship. Limited liability will be there. Corporation, it can be a C sponsors or the S sponsors based upon the tax treatment. How much you are giving, CGST and SGST will be there. No? So in that way, the central corporations or the CGST central tax you are giving or the state tax you are giving, based upon that also we have the legal structure is there. And non-profit organizations. Non-profit organizations means they won't. An organization that operates for the public benefit and does not distribute any profits to owners or the directors or the officers, and that we'll call it as a non-profit organizations. All the non-economic activities and the entity, previously we discussed about the business is a two types, entity and the activity. All the entities will comes under this non-profit organization. And by the function, production, marketing, finance, human resources and research and development. Based upon that also the business is there. So production, if the business is involved, morely activities are actually combination of all these only will comes under the business. But the major the concentration is the based upon for the production, and then activities will comes under the creation of the goods. How you are producing the goods will comes in the major activity of the production. And marketing, if you are doing a mercantile business, that means after sale services, and that will comes under the promoting or selling of the products and services. Finance, activities related to managing the money, including investment and that planning and everything. That means how the major motto of the finance is you need to fetch the funds and you need to allocate the funds also. How well you are allocating the funds to run the business, that one. Human resources activities are you have to manage the employees. How well, the major functions of the human resource is recruitment and selection, training, performance appraisal, compensation, industrial relations, etc. Research and development, the always activities related to creating new products or improving the existing ones. So adding the new features to your product or completely giving a new product development. Coming to the geographical scope, local, regional, national and global. Local, so business activities are confined to a specific local area. In our area we have Raitu Bazars will be there. So that one will comes under the local businesses. Regional, not only in the local area, and everywhere. Business activities extend across a larger area, okay, such as the state and the group of states. So that business is available, that particular product is, the manufacturing sector is not only in Andhra Pradesh, even it is there in Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, something like that, and that one is a regional. And national wide, conduct the business activities are conducted across the entire country. That particular business or the product is available throughout the country, and those products will call it as a branded products, will comes under the national. Domestic products will come, the domestic brands will comes under the national the business. And international, the activities cross national borders also. Okay. Next to our the maybe in our continent, in our Asian countries, we are performing that particular business, and that is the international. Global. The business activities are conducted worldwide throughout the continents. All the continents, yeah, doing the business, and that business will comes under the global wise. And type of the product are the service. So goods or services. So goods are manufacturing products. Services, we are rendering service to the customers. So all the tangible products are called the goods, or intangible products will comes under the services. Okay, your furniture, your food and everything will comes under the goods. The transportation, education, healthcare, and these are the examples for the services. By customer type, B2C business, B2B business, and B2G business. If the products are manufactured and selling to the customers directly, and that we'll call it as a B2C business. No, here, so they are producing the products, but they are selling those products to the some other company, like ancillary industries will be there. No, all the supporting industries, they will support. For example, automobile is there. In order to assemble one a car or any the vehicle, we have to depend upon lot many. We need engines, we need seats, we need glasses, we need doors, we need jigs and tools. For each and everything will be fetched from the some other company, and all the parts will be assembled at one particular place. Then only we will get a car or that particular automobile. So they are depending upon the ancillary industries, and that business will call it as a B2B business. And B2 government, selling the products or service only to the government entities. So that is for the purpose of the societal benefit. So that we'll call it as a business to government. And by technology usage, business to government means infrastructure. At the time of the infrastructure development or any polvorum project, and that will comes under the business to government. Okay. By technology usage, traditional, e-commerce, and digital. Traditional business means the business that operate without the significance of the digital technology. That means the normal manufacturing companies will comes under the traditional. E-commerce, though businesses that sell the products or the services online. And nowadays, digital transformation means they are operating primarily to from the starting, they're doing the business in the digital platforms by using the technology. All the AI, artificial intelligence came into the occurrence of the digital. So these are the different classifications based on that. So with this, we can conclude this particular the chapter, that is the stages of the development and classification of the business. So in the stages of the development, we discussed about the idea generation and startup, early growth, expansion, maturity, decline or renewal, harvest or exit. And coming to the classification, we discussed about the industry sector by size, by ownership, by legal structure, by function, by geographical scope, by customer needs, and by technological usage also. E is an activity. You classify the various businesses with a proper examples. Hope you all understood. Thank you. In the next lesson, we are going to learn about the objective